Hi, I'm Doug Garrett for Board Game Geek, coming to you from Essen 2012. With me is Nacho Gongora.
Perfect.
And we are from Asylum Games, and we have the game Polis, Fight for the Hegemony. Two-player game, and so tell us about your game here, Nacho.
Hi to all. This game is about the Peloponnesian War that takes place in the 5th century before Christ.
Okay.
The goal of the game, I think is the first that I have to explain, is to have more prestige here, more prestige, and more population inside the polis than the opponent at the end of the round. This setup is all the Peloponnesian War. In the game there are two scenarios, shorter in time, one of 2 rounds and one of 1 round.
Okay.
Okay. The essence of Polis is that you have to play 2 different actions, and then the other player has to play 2 different actions, and there are unlimited actions. There are 12 actions. Okay.
12 possible actions?
12 possible actions.
And you're going to do, each person is going to do 2 on their turn.
And you have unlimited until a player has passed. The other player can continue playing, but he has to pay 1 additional resource. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Until both players have passed. Okay? There are 12 actions divided in 3 groups. Okay? There are development actions, military actions, and political actions.
Let's put this here.
Okay.
Can you focus that? Can you zoom in on that, Beth? Scoot it down just a little. Here, I'm going to do this.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And so tell us. Here, I've got it, Nacho. So you tell us about those actions.
Okay. Development actions. They are very easy to explain because, in essence, you have to take population from the polis and to take here on the board like hoplites, galleys, or like merchants.
Okay.
So, what's the problem? You are losing victory points at the end of the game because you are taking population from here to here.
Because population, the most population is part of the score.
More victory points, okay, at the end of the game. But what's the problem? Polis is a game of dilemma decisions. There are a lot of dilemma because you need these units here to win.
Right, sure.
Okay? So we have projects too in the development action, There are real projects. For example, philosophers, a festival, and another festival. In each round, 3 new projects will show here.
Okay.
So you can build them. You will need, this resource.
You'd be reading it, yeah?
Okay.
Those are the resources.
To win at the end of the round this prestige, this victory point.
Okay, so you need 3 of the wine and 1 of the olive oil, and to get 2 victory points.
Yes, and not all the polis will do projects. For example, Pilos cannot do any project, cannot build better, but Sparta can make temple, festival, and a statue. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that's what Sparta is able to do. Yeah,
it's historical. Okay?
Sure.
And then I will explain the military actions. They are very important, but they have a problem. They cost you victory points. So if you move hoplites, for example, like this, you lose victory points. Okay. If you move galleys, it's the same.
So we're doing the first set of actions, you're losing population. The second set.
No, but the order. Don't mind. For example, in a turn, you can create hoplites and trade, for example.
Yes.
It's not an order.
You can jump around, do any of them.
No problem. And move galleys, move hoplites. The movement is based in an area control mechanism, very easy.
Sure.
So, for example, I have 3 hoplites here and Athens. Get 1 here, so they cannot cross to Attica. Okay. That's the reason Megaris is very important, because it's the access to the Peloponnesian Peninsula.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. And the hoplites can move by sea. Okay. But you have to control the sea with galleys. So they are very important. The galleys too. Okay. And then sea is very easy. You have to roll the dice. You have to have more units than the opponent. I don't know, like this.
Yes.
And you have to have as many units as this number or more. Like in this case, you roll the dice. You take you take control of the territory here, very important, and you win prestige, as many as the this
So
number.
what does the dice roll tell you in terms of the...
This number or more.
oh, it has to be that
2,
number.
3, or 4.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then collection is very important action because, for example, Athens takes control of Pydna, so you can use your applies like tax collector with the swords and the spears to the peasants and put here whatever you want. For example, there and there. And you will win the last number. So you will win 3 wheat and 1 wine.
Okay.
And they return. So it's a way to win resource. Okay.
So a way to get resources is by doing that.
What's the problem? The prestige. You are
Yes.
losing victory points because the peasants are
Yeah, they're not happy.
not happy, not happy. And then the political actions. For
Yes.
example, you can trade, go into the 5 markets.
Okay.
You have to take into account the area control of the seas. For example, the Spartan trader can go here, but he cannot go there because Athens controls that sea.
All right, I see.
And the markets are very important to win, to receive wheat and silver. The wheat is very important, and I will explain now.
Yes.
At the end of the round, you have to have as many wheat as population are inside. It's very important because if you don't have, the Polis will go neutral, or you will lose prestige. At the beginning of the game, you exchange as many wheat as this resource.
Okay.
So you lose 3 oil to receive 3 wheat. Okay, what's the problem? The price increase. 4.
Oh, that's not good.
1, 2. No, not good. But it's for the 2 players.
Yeah, right.
So, for example, in the next round, if you can come back here,
Yes.
you have to pay 4 oil per 3 wheat. And the price increase again.
Sure.
You have an alternative is to pay with silver, 1 by 1. 3 silver, 3 wheat. You roll the dice twice and take the highest amount, 1.
That's nice.
And that's the problem. The silver benefit the other player.
Yeah, right, sure.
Okay. And then the last actions are very important. This is the proxenos. It's like a mix of ambassador and secretarian of ancient Greece.
Okay.
He moves like an applied. He can move by land or by sea. He's not affected by the blockades, so he can move here to reach this city, for example. But he has a problem. He has to bribe the enemy units, and for each enemy unit, he has to pay 1 silver unit. So
okay.
in this case, he has to pay.
You got to bribe them.
Yes,
I see.
4 silver. Okay, and the silver is not received by the opponent; it's lost. Okay, and when he reaches a city, he can pay twice this number, 2 silver, to take control. It's the alternative to 6. Okay?
I see.
And you receive the city. I don't know where it is. For example, in this case.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't. Yes, that.
Is that it?
So you can see, for example, what's the problem of this? If you conquer many cities or take control of many cities, you have to feed them at the end of the road.
Right, yes, exactly.
So you
All
have
that
to be
wheat.
very careful with the wheat and the population you have. One alternative is to take them as applied, but you are losing victory points.
So if you don't have enough wheat to feed, what happens?
Yes, they return to neutrality. It's one option. They say they are upset. No, we are not.
Rebellion.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Or you have the other alternative, repression. You pay prestige, and they stay with you. Okay,
I see.
they
Yes,
are.
Yes. Yeah, pay them off to stay loyal.
Yes,
Makes
yes.
sense.
At the end of the round, projects are finished. You receive the prestige. Okay. You have to feed the population.
Sure.
You have an alternative. If there are remaining wheat like this, 4 points. Okay. You can spend 1, 2, 3, 4 if you want to increase your population.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
you spend wheat to increase population.
Yes, in that way, for example, here and here.
Okay.
And the city has a limit growth.
Limit of 8. there in the...
and this is the maximum population, this is the base population, and this is the maximum growth.
I see, maximum growth per round.
Sparta is a big city, but
makes sense, yeah.
Yes.
Straightforward.
And Megalopolis, if you exceed the base population, you win 1 prestige point.
Okay.
Okay.
If you exceed it, yes. So
like
the base population is this first number.
Yes.
So because we'd have 3, we'd have a megalopolis, and therefore get an extra victory point.
Yes.
So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points for the...
No, only one.
Well, but
one per polis.
1 per... Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Got it. Got it.
And then gas adjustment, the perishable goods with oil and wine, half rounding up, because it's the 5th century before Christ.
Yes.
They don't have a storage, big storage.
Right.
Fridges or
refrigerator. Yes.
Refrigerators.
Yes.
Okay. And for us, you can pay victory points to win silver, because silver is very important.
Yes.
It's a wildcard resource for these resources. So you can pay iron, you can pay silver instead of iron, or silver instead of wood.
Okay, so this is like a wild resource.
Yes,
Can be done for anything.
And thematically, Athens has a lot of silver, and Sparta has a lot of wheat, and you have to combine. Okay. And there are combat too. The combat is played with cards.
Let's just wait a minute because this announcement is going to go.
Okay.
Otherwise, we will lose our voices completely. They're going to talk in a minute. Oh, it's quieter today. That's amazing.
She's getting tired.
Yeah, she's getting tired too. But she's talking a lot.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but they dressed up as a tiger and
Oh, I missed that. We're gonna just go. Okay, so the cards.
The combat.
Yes.
Battle takes place when there are 8 units between the 2 players. The problem is that this number, the round number, is the limit of units, okay?
Okay.
Per territory or sea. So, for example, in the 5th round, only 3 units, but in the 4th round, maybe can a battle take place.
Yes, okay.
What's the reason? At the beginning of the war, there isn't war.
Right, sure.
In the Peloponnesian War, okay? It's a bit strange.
Still preparing.
It's a bit strange,
Yes.
Perfect. So, for example, in the sea, in the 4th round, you have 8 units between 2 players, so you have to draw as many cards as units, okay? 4 and 4, okay?
Yeah.
In the sea, like in this case, Athens goes first,
Okay.
because it had a great naval power, and in the land, Sparta goes first because the infantry, the hoplites,
Sure.
were the 300, okay? The 300, sorry. So, for example, I'm Athens, and I have to play 2 cards.
Yeah. 2 of the 4?
2 of the 4, okay?
Okay.
So I play, for example, this and this. Elite to elementary contour. And Sparta has to match these formations.
I have to match that formation.
Or maybe you can match this.
Yes.
Okay.
And
But I don't know.
I don't have
No, you have to play 1 card, any card.
any card. Okay.
I recommend.
Oh, yeah. We'll put these on the board here.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. There we go. So this matched,
Is matched.
but this did not.
Oh, no. And Spartan Galley lost. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And the attacker, who is the player who can only win prestige, wins 2 prestige.
Oh, okay.
If the card is matched, is the difference. 0 minus 0, 0. Okay. And these numbers, these small numbers, is the amount of cards in the deck.
Oh, the amount of
so
those cards.
These, the peltas or the tria contour are very good because there are only 3, but they have a problem. They don't award prestige.
Right.
And the phalanx and elite to reme awards
prestige.
2
That's
prestige, but there are a lot of cards, so
Yes.
they are easily too much.
Right.
Okay?
I got you.
Then the cards are removed.
Uh-huh.
New cards are drawn, as many as units, so
Okay.
1 more here and 2 more here, and the defender is the attacker, okay? And I have to try to match your cards.
So you're playing to match my cards. Okay. So if I play that and that,
Oh, it's a good. I can match here. And I have a special car. Mercenaries. It's a wheel car.
Well, that's not good.
But you have win here not. Is the difference.
Okay.
1, -2, -1. No win. You don't win prestige, but here you win 1 prestige.
Oh, okay.
And then the cars are removed and a new round begins, okay? I am the attacker.
Until what time? At what point?
Until the deck is run out.
Until the deck runs
there
out.
are only
Okay.
24 cards.
Okay.
1 army is destroyed, of course.
All right.
Or only 1 unit.
Oh, okay.
Because you always have to play 2 cards.
Right, I see. Okay.
Okay.
Let's stop now. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you get down to 1 unit, and that's the end of the battle
Yes.
because you have to play 2 cards.
Always,
Okay.
yes.
So the blue would have won.
And you can retreat if you want.
Retreat.
This is
Not necessarily a good thing.
it's very covert.
Yeah.
And so you lose prestige, and the opponent wins prestige for that.
Because you.
You arrive to the
Running
battle and they,
away.
so you win prestige for that,
Okay.
and the opponent lose prestige.
All right. So the last thing we've got, I see that there are
The
event
events,
cards.
The events,
Yeah.
they are historical events. One card is played at the end, at the beginning of the round.
Okay.
From the first, sorry, there are a combat card here.
Okay.
I don't know. You have historical events, for example, Holy War.
Okay.
Okay. Sparta and Athens face up each other to defend their positions in the holy sanctuary of Apollo in Delphi.
All right. So we get the historical context
Yes,
for it.
and then an effect on the game.
The
For
effects of
example, one applied here from Athens, from the bank, not from
Yeah.
the population, and one applied here.
Okay.
They are facing to defend.
So it sets up and adds more things to the board.
And
Possibly.
there are all historical
And
events.
there are ones that have a lot more information on the cards.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so after how many rounds then the game is over?
We have, as I said before, there are 4 rounds
4
in
total
the base
rounds.
in the base
Okay.
scenario, but we have 2 scenarios, more scenarios.
More scenarios.
The second Peloponnesian War, for example, okay, only two scenarios, more focus on combat,
Yeah.
and only 1 round scenario, the Corinth War, after the Peloponnesian War.
Right, okay.
And we are setting up, we are designing other scenarios, other 3 scenarios.
So in the rule book you can set up the different scenarios that you've got.
Yes,
Okay,
with
all right,
more
great.
units,
Yes.
more, the cities are, but I like the base scenario because you have to grow your empire.
Right.
Whatever you want, you can do.
You have more possible options.
Yes, but very economical, and the last scenario is more in combat.
Okay, great. Well, Nacho, looks really wonderful. Again, this is Polis from, and I'm sorry I forgot that, Asylum Games. And so check it out. Thanks for coming down and
Thank you.
talking with us
Thanks.
here.
Thanks.
All right. Great.